Good morning, my G's, my boys. So, checking really quickly what's going on with Nasdaq and ES and Dow. We can see that Dow is the only one that failed to take the high yesterday. Of course, the market on Dow is really bullish, but on the short term, it's really weak. Yesterday, we couldn't displace through new week opening up that currently we are dancing around up, and we just did a stop hunt. The same thing happened on ES. We do have a breakout. We are above new week opening up already on a Monday, and now we are having a stop hunt there. Same thing for Nasdaq. We finally reached this daily bearish volume imbalance, which when I aligned the outlook, I was talking about this being our last array before price becoming bullish. So right now I'm gonna tell you I'm still bearish until we don't see another closure bullish and price going over previous week high. To be honest, I want to follow and I want to keep this level as a potential candidate for lower prices still. It doesn't mean that I'm completely bearish, but that's what I'm seeing. So after that, what we can see here, well, price is dancing around the volume imbalance, but the coolest part is that we have a SMT on the lows, which tell us that Nasdaq today is strong. It's not like the other two, it's a little bit stronger than the others, okay? So this is what really happening behind the scene. And right now, let me check if the here we have the one was a Sunday, so this should be a new week opening up. So we might want to use this one here because it's a nice gap on the right side chart. We can call it volume imbalance, but let's make it another different color. There we go. So we could potentially use that one, and it's just above the order block, so I might delete the order block and keep that one. So we do have a swing high there. Price is showing us a little bit of strength on Nasdaq, so we can jump on the 1 hour. On the hourly, we can see that price today was really sloppy. Well, just check out the 15-minute, and you can see how when we open, price start dumping. No new day opening up, not a clear new day opening up, and just price goes down, right? And what is this? Well, this is Asia session, right? Until midnight. Here we go. This is our Asia session. Price is standing right there. Okay, so let's go to midnight open. We have our midnight open right there. So right now we are in a short-term discount. That's a very nice confluence. Let's put this one there. There we go. So we are having an SMT, and now we are below the midnight, and we are dumping away from the volume imbalance, and we still have Asia around that. But what is the London leg? Well, the London leg would be from here to approximately this high, which, mainly it's telling us that this is a Asia low with a lot of liquidity, but it has an SMT. Asia SMT. So that's a very interesting thing. Gonna keep it right there. So a sign of weakness for me is the red. So I'm gonna label this as red. Also because it's sell side, but mainly because we have SMT. So Asia SMT. Let's make it a little bit smaller. There we go. So that's Asia SMT. So if we check, I'm still long on Dow from here. Yesterday I took this long. I'm still holding it with my FTMO account. So I'm kind of looking at this being like a nice stop hunt that gave us SMT. So this might be the low of the day on Dow. It becomes really difficult when you think about can we go through the new week opening up? I don't know. Still doesn't seem like too realistic to me, but it's just a trade. It's I already took my partials, so I'm fine with holding that one. But let's say price doesn't really displays through it, then definitely it's gonna take these equal lows, right? So let's check if the same thing is happening on ES. So of course we do have equal highs, which is previous day high too. We have the breakout, new week opening up standing below us, and Asia session getting rated right here without equal lows. And we can see the same thing happened yesterday, but we Nasdaq being a little bit weaker, making the manipulation. So question now is this a nice sweep for continuations to the upside? Maybe. I want to see if price can go through the new week opening up. If we can close above it, then yes, of course, we're gonna keep going higher. In this instance on our friend yes, gonna be probably a bit different. Let's plot the midnight open here too. We can see that it's gonna be a little bit different because price, yes, did take liquidity, but now it's facing a nice and difficult 30-minute fair value gap, which, you know, if we close a bullish candle on the hourly, we shouldn't be super high risk to continue higher. At the end of the day, we could potentially be still short-term bullish, so that's not a big deal. Same thing here. You see, we did sweep these lows, so we might keep going higher. That's not for sure a rule, but of course we did left equal lows, right? So we really need to take care. Tomorrow is NFP day, which is a Wednesday, and usually that's not a common thing. So we need to take care today. Honestly, I'm not planning to trade. If I'm gonna trade, I'm gonna be using very low sides, and only if I see really something that I enjoy seeing, really like a very high probability confluence or startup. But besides that, if I'm not seeing my highest probability setup, not gonna enjoy any trade today, mostly because of these signatures not being high probability, and you know, leaving equal lows again, leaving equal lows, price making these weird S&Ps, Dow not being above the new week opening up, which, you know, it still looks like a very high probability setup for higher prices, but this is such a big strong confluence that we can't ignore. We need to see price going over it to be able to take a long. At least to me, this is a very sensitive PDRA, which is the new week opening up. It's a really strong PDRA. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Same thing for yes. Don't really like yes today. Also, if you check, like, these highs comes with SMT. So this market is being really manipulated today. It's range bound and it's not giving us any high probability signals. So let's go over regular trending hours super quickly. We can see that finally we did fill this little gap over there. That was coupled with the volume imbalance in the daily. And you know, we have one here that is not filled yet, but that is pretty much what's going on. So now let's put the regular trending hour open. And now you're gonna find another signature of low probability price action. Why? Because if we go on electronic now, we're gonna put this one only on this time frame. What do you find out? That price is really close to the regular trending hour gap, which is not even 20 points right now. And this is a big signature because this tells us that price is in low probability and probably is gonna be range bound around the open. So cheers. I don't care about today. So, you know, I'm gonna still watch the chart, but enjoy your day. Don't lose your mind over this PA. It's not worth it at all. And yeah, have a good day, boys.